One hand's got the shearing piece, the other one is stretching the skin out of the way, stretching, getting wrinkles pulled out, or you pressing on pressure points to get her to straighten out her leg.
And then they load them up. You know, I pick them up and lay across and put it up there. I don't remember if it was...
Clean up here around the bottom end a little bit. Get that leg wool off. That's another short stuff. My great-grandma always saved the leg and head wool, and we would card it out, and she put it in quilts for quilt bat. So as a little kid, I knew how to run hand cards. We have our own peculiar vocabulary for sheep, just like all the other livestock do. Almost everyone knows that a baby sheep is called a lamb, but a male sheep is called a ram, and female sheep are called ewes, and it's spelled E-W-E. Now here's the hardest blow of shearing. It's oh well, no, we're going to take top knot off. Once he's done with this cap, he's going to do a blind cut that goes from the brisket or chest up to behind her ear. And he can't see what he's doing, so he just has to go by feel and a lot of experience. Now we try to avoid shearing cuts and nicks, but because of the lanolin that's in the fleeces, most shearing nicks heal up really fast. Usually by the next day we can't find where they were. We get a nick when there's a wrinkle, or maybe she jumps at the wrong moment. But she'll heal up. They take that lanolin out at the woolen mills, clean it up, refine it, and it goes into a lot of lipstick and hand lotion because it makes your hands soft. I use it on my feet. I get cracked feet. Right now my sheep are out in the pastures eating grass and weeds. They're different from cattle in that they prefer weeds and tree leaves over grass. So I actually graze sheep with my cows. I keep my pastures clean. I utilize my pastures a lot better, and I make a little bit more money because I can run more animals and keep them healthy on the same amount of acres and still keep the acres in good shape. These are the strokes that this method is known for. They're the long strokes. And now we're on the downhill side. We're going to work from the front to the back again, and then Warren will be done. When you shear in the fall like I do, the one trade-off you have to have is if the weather turns cold, or especially if it's cold and wet, you have to feed some extra corn so they've got some extra energy to keep their body heat up. I feel like I get enough better wool quality by shearing well ahead of lambing that it's worth the extra corn that I put into them. We get two products from sheep. We get the wool that we're harvesting today, and we also get meat from sheep. If it's from an animal that's more than 12 months old, it's called mutton. If it's from an animal less than 12 months old, it's called lamb. But we're talking about an animal this size. Sheep grow up very fast. On my Dorsets, I expect my ewe lambs to have their first lamb when they're 13 or 14 months old. So at 8 or 9 months old, they are physiologically mature, and those are the sheep that we're generally harvesting for lamb. Warren slowed down a little bit for me just so I'd have more time to talk, but he's done already. The shearers in Kansas usually go 3 or 4 minutes a sheep. We had a professional shearer last year, and although he said he was slowing down, I never got through my spiel here before he was done. I'm going to sit down and show you how to spin on a spinning wheel. That's the old-fashioned way that we take that pile of wool and turn it into yarn for socks or sweaters. We have big machines to do it, but they do exactly the same thing in twisting the fibers like I'm going to do. If you want to come up and touch the fleece or the lamb, if you're with a school group, please check with your teacher before you do it. You'll get the lanolin on your hand. It's that oil that's in the fleeces. If you need to wash, there's a hand washing station right here behind me, and there's restrooms at the end of this office block. Thank you so much for coming here and sharing part of your fair with us, and please come up.